Hello, and welcome back to my channel. It's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady, and I hope you have absolutely a wonderful day. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create 3 shaped Christmas tree cards with layered look. If you like it, I really hope you'll enjoy today's video. I used a free SVG file and I left the link in the description down below if you're interested. And I created 5 layers. Here you can see 2 green layers and 2 white layers using 300 GSM white multi-purpose card. And using beautiful yellow color, I created the top star. So far, good, right? But I couldn't decide what colors do I really want for those Christmas trees. So I'm going to use my new TriColour Brush markers from Spectrum Noir, and I'm going to put them to a test. So if you have any alcohol markers, you can use them as well for this technique. In this complete collection, you get 18 pens with 3-in-1, which means you've got 3 different colors in each pen, and apparently they will blend beautifully. So let's check it out. For my very first Christmas tree, I decided to go with some light purples and blues. And let's see how that works on 300 GSM white multi-purpose card. And if you're interested in any of the products I use in today's video, check the description down below because I left the links and also some names of the products. As you can see, I'm trying if the blending is good, and so far I really like it. Please let me know if you have any alcohol markers in your stash. If you do, what is your totally favorite one? I'm really curious. I really like the new complete collection by Spectrum Noir, but what's really missing in this collection are brown colors, and I had to use my other markers, which you will see later on. So far, I really like how those pens behave on the card, and I really like the colors. Sometimes I think it would be nice to have some more bright and vivid colors, but let's go back to the video here. Here I use some darker purple, and I think that really works because we're going to have some contrast. And I wonder, how often do you use that technique in your card making? Because as I said, sometimes I cannot decide which color I want, and I don't really have that many color variations with different cardstock in my stash, so this is the way to go. Now I'm going to use 2 brown colors from Tri-Blend markers, again from Spectrum Noir, and if you want to know how to create this storage box, the link is in the top right corner. So I'm going to use the darker for the bottom of the tree, and the other end of this pen is the lighter color. So that will be my second layer. And for the last layer, I'm going to use different brown. And I think that will give me enough contrast to have some visual nice effect. So now is the 5th layer, the bottom one, and I'm going to use the same pen as I use for the first tree, and I think that will give me really nice contrast with all those colors. If you agree, let me know in the comments down below. I also wonder, have you ever used any brush alcohol markers? If you have, maybe you have your totally favorite color combo, and if you do, I really want to know. Here, I decided to add some pale blue, because why not? Color variation is always nice. And to be honest, that middle part of that Christmas tree makes me think about folk art. And if you like this style, please let me know in the comments down below. And it's always a good idea to have a scrap piece of paper underneath whenever you use alcohol markers, because they really bleed through any card. And this way you're going to protect your surface but also your project. Now it is time to put some of the elements together, and I'm using my one and only liquid glue, magic glue, because you do have time to maneuver all those elements, and when it sets, it literally sticks everything forever. That's what I really like about this glue. So far, this card doesn't look very pretty, but let's wait for it. Let's put all those layers together and then the magic will happen. I always wanted to create a Christmas tree card That was one of my dreams. But I have never ever got a Christmas tree cutting die, and having a ScanNCut machine really opens so many possibilities for you. When I found this SVG file, I thought, yes, finally one of my dreams will come true. And what's really good about any SVG files, you can make your projects as small or as big as you want. So these cuts can go in DL size envelope, or you can put them in any other envelope that you create, and that will be fine as well. So far, what do you think about this color palette for my very first Christmas tree card? And have you ever created a layered card? If you have, did you use some cutting dies or maybe SVG file? If you have used SVG file, please let me know which one was it, so I might use it as well for my projects. I really like it so far, but I think the star was missing something, so I'm going to use clear overlay from Spectrum Noir to add a little bit of sparkle. And I think that really adds to the whole project. And at this point, I couldn't really decide if I'm going to put sentiments in Polish or in English. So actually, I left all those Christmas tree cards without any sentiment. I think I'm going to do it later on. Using my scoring board and one more bottom layer, we're going to create our card base, and the other Christmas tree will be to cover the bled through card, which you will see in a second. It is time to create the top flap. Super simple. If you have seen any of my other videos with shaped cards, you know exactly how to do it. And if you want, this Christmas tree card can actually stand proudly on a flat surface. If it's not very steady, you can always cut some of the bottom a little bit, and that will be fine, but always use the back panel, not the front. So when this is ready, I'm going to put the back panel, and to be honest, there is plenty of space to write your message inside. And I wonder, have you ever created layered cards for Christmas? If you have, how did you do it? I really want to know. So this is ready, but there is something missing, and if you've seen my other videos, you know how much I love adding gems. So here they are, and yes, I'm going to put them on this Christmas tree. If you want, you can also create some small chains or simple bubbles. That will be fine as well. Time for cut number 2. For this one, I decided to use some blue colors, and to be honest, I thought, yes, let's start with the purple first and then blue, because this is my totally favorite color combo when it comes to ombre or gradients. It's always a good idea to actually test all your colors first before you start coloring. So we've got the 2 green layers, and it is time to decorate our Christmas tree. As you can see, those cuts really come in no time, even if they are layered. And if you want to have your project super neat, I do encourage you not to go over the edges of that white cardstock. However, if you do, I encourage you to actually cover all the edges and don't leave white gap, because when you actually move the card, you might see it. But to be honest, I was not very worried about this so far, because I was so happy with the whole process. As I told you, I didn't really have that ombre card that I wanted for this project, so this is the way to go. You can use any alcohol markers or watercolor markers you've got in your stash, and you can create very bright, vivid, and totally unique projects. So if you have never ever tried that technique with layered cards, I really hope you will give it a go, and trust me, you'll be so happy with the result. As you can see, I try to actually check from time to time if I covered enough space on all the layers, and this is crucial, because when you don't check and you put them together with a glue, that will be too late to fix it later on. But you know, there is always a way. You can always add some embellishment on top. It is time to color in the star, and again I'm using the same yellow I used for the first star, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing with the last card as well. I also wonder how many Christmas cards have you created this year? I really want to know, because usually in December I don't really make that many cards, so that's why all my Christmas projects are done in November or even earlier. If you've seen my other videos, you know exactly what I mean. And I also created a Christmas project playlist, so if you want to see any of my Christmas makes, check the link in the top right corner. As you can see, these cards are pretty simple and quick to make. All you need to do is to have your ScanNCut machine or Cricut. If you don't have it, you can actually create your own template. So basically you get a copy paper, fold it in half, draw half of a Christmas tree, and then you can use your template for your makes. And I've done that with so many projects, so you can check them on my channel, especially the playlist with shaped cards, no dice. And again, I'm using my one and only liquid glue to put all those elements together. What do you think about combo number 2 with some blues? Do you like it? Or if you were to make your Christmas tree shaped cards, what color combo would you go to? Please let me know. I'm really curious. And again, I'm using my one and only liquid glue to put all those elements together, and the card will be complete. But what's really missing here? We always have to create the back panel, so we do have space to write your message inside. And I do love creating shaped cards. I really think they are so much fun to make, and they always give me so much joy. If you do the same, let me know in the comments down below. So this is ready. It is time to put some green layers on top, and next week I'm going to have very similar project for you with some layered shaped cards, but it's going to be totally different. So don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell, because every Monday I've got personalized cards on my channel, and on Thursday I still have Christmas makes, so you don't want to miss them. It is time to put our top layer, then put the yellow star on top, and then we do have to add few gems. And I wonder, how often do you add gems to your card making? I'm really curious. Maybe you do have your totally favorite one that you would use over and over again. I do have a couple of, let's say, sets of gems on the side, just in case I need some different color combos. And then now it is time to put the star, and our card will be nearly done. So what do you think about this? It's time for gems. Let's do it. So this time I added some gold at the star and also some blue on the tree. There is plenty of space to write your message inside, and it is time for cut number 3. You know the whole process, so this time I don't have the light and dark green. This time I decided to have 2 medium greens. And for the last card, I'm going to go with very bright and vivid colors. I thought, why not? Let's check all those pens, and to be honest, that one was very juicy, and I think it will work so well with so many different projects. And what do you think about those oranges here? Do you like it for a Christmas tree? Do you think it's a good color combo? Or if you were to make your own Christmas tree shaped card, what color combo would you go to? I really want to know. So this card, super simple, bright, beautiful, and to be honest, I think that one was actually my favorite, especially with the dark pink. Yes, I just couldn't resist. So in the end, I really like every single one, but this one, I really like warm colors, especially during autumn time. And it's still autumn, right? We can still see some beautiful warm leaves with amazing colors. And when I saw that tree, I thought, yes, that is the one to go. It is time to test all the pens and colors. And yes, I'm going to create the bottom layer, and then I'm going to put it together off camera, because you know exactly how to put this card together, even with the scoring board and the bottom panel. Super simple, right? So you know the whole process, and I do wonder, what do you think about those shape cards? Would you like to give it a go? If you do, don't forget that I left the link to the blog where I found it SVG file, so you can use that as well for your projects. And I also thought maybe this Christmas tree would be a good idea for a shadow box maybe. Let's create a room with beautiful Christmas tree, some presents. Yeah, maybe I'll do that later on. Now the cut is complete, even with the back panel. So it is time to add, yes, you guessed it, some gems for extra sparkle. So what do you think about cut number 3? Let me know, which card would you like the most? I really wonder, so I really want to know. Please let me know. And don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And thank you so much for spending all that time with me. And don't forget that on Monday I've got personalized cards on my channel. So see you in my next video. Bye!